So today, February 9th, we are in Valley Forge to hike around the Valley Forge National Park.
I just got the chills. Alright, so we are back. We are heading towards those two houses up there. We're hiking in Valley Forge.
This is the Joseph Plum Martin Loop Trail that we're taking. Obviously, you can pause the video if you want to read everything on here. But this says Continental Army, Valley Forge, December 19th, 1777 through June 18th, 1778. Boy, that's a long stay.
Hey Dad, what you got?
I'm just showing them the inside of this structure.
I'm filming too.
Very cramped quarters. There would have been probably another bunk right over in here. And the fireplace, and they were just staying here. Just unreal. So now we're on the Joseph Plum Martin Loop Trail just a little bit further. You can see the arch off there in the distance. And, fields. And truthfully, I'm not completely sure what this is, but it is pretty magnificent. Soon this trail seems to go off away from the road a little bit, which will be nice. You know how I am. And there we are. Up there, I believe, is Mount Joy, which is what we're heading into. I think the highest it gets is like 400 feet or something like that. Really just neato. You will hear some traffic noise and construction. You know, Valley Forge is a neighbor to King of Prussia, and there's just tons of traffic. 422 runs through here, and then notwithstanding the turnpike, everything just kind of converges around this area. And that's off of Baptist Trace, which this is what this is being called, this roadway or whatever here. And we're headed back up. We used the bathroom down here, and we're going to the area in which crossed over this from the Joseph Plum Martin Trail. And so now we are on one of the Mount Joy trails. We were up there on the road where Mrs. Lumberjack is. Me and Lumberjack Jr. beat it through the woods just to get down here, and there's not really nothing, a couple pickers and that's it.
Mom's still struggling.
She will probably find a staircase with railing and an escalator, and everything will be fine.
An escalator in the woods.
And we'll feel bad and go back up.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely. So everybody is now with me. Mrs. Lumberjack clambered through the woods, and then later on we found a spot where it would be perfect for her to come down, which is where she probably should have. But we made it. Still on the Mount Joy trails, and we've got a bit of time before we sorry about that. We're going to be heading along this, what's the name of this creek? I don't know the name of the creek. I'm a bad host.
A few technical difficulties here.
Valley Creek, my bad. And then this will take us out to the historic Valley Forge station. I don't know if we're going that far. That's out towards the main road, I think. But I think we get a chance to cross over a bridge and go to the Mount Misery side. So if this was Joy, ooh, I look forward to Misery. Well, actually, we're going to be going the Colonial Springs Trail, and I'm told up in there was the first bottled water plant. So that's kind of where we're headed here, folks. Hope you're enjoying it so far, and let's beat feet.
Let's keep going. Love the view of the roads up there.
Yeah.
Stuff. The vast.
I mean, I'd rather see field without a road, but yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
But all the trails so far have not been the kind of trails that we hike on normally, so they're pretty easy and accessible, and I could most people, even some with some impairments, maybe should be able to make it. Obviously with the hills and stuff like that, it can be a little bit difficult, but if you got some friends along, I'm sure that can be overcome. Right up there is the road, so easily touring around this park in your car and stopping at different places, that is definitely an option. And there seems to be a lot of restrooms here and there, and water fountains that are working. Glad for that. Just an enjoyable hike today. Well, that's pretty cool. Growing into the other one, and the base of it just filled up with, man. Well, what do I know? That's definitely different. Right into the other one. So over there is a bridge, which we would have come out from that restroom, come across there, and we are still on the Mount Joy trails, and apparently Washington's headquarters is to our right, which is the way we were heading. Yeah.
Never been over there.
No. So that's where we're going, down that way. And it looks like we got a little bit of a hill up here. According to the map, the trail splits into two and then comes back together again. Coming up away from that area where we spotted the bluebird, but it is gorgeous up there. It looks like some kind of hawk or turkey buzzard or something flying in the air over there. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful. So right here is a split, and what ends up happening, left or right fork all join back together in the center. So Lumberjack Jr. has decided he wants to go to the right, so that's what we're going to do. I think we're coming up to where the two trails loop back together, and it's just a little before 2. So we haven't been out for terribly long. The Patriotic Order Sons of America, and there's no outlet, but the trail goes up and through here. We are in Montgomery Township right now, Upper Marion Township on the other side. We were in Chester County, Schuylkill Township. 252, you go to the right, straight ahead, King of Prussia.
This is the noise.
Yeah. And that is Route 23 behind us. So we're gonna take the straight up there. We could go back, I think, that way. I'm not completely sure, but there it says to the Horseshoe Trail, 0.18 miles to Mount Misery Trail, which is 0.79 miles, and that's the way in which we are going. And there's a trail cam. Pretty neat. Here's the Valley Creek. We crossed over that earlier down there on 23. Headed up the Valley Creek Trail. I'm sorry. Headed up the Colonial Springs Trail, kind of, sort of-ish, in the Horseshoe Trail. I ended up on the Valley Creek Trail, and I'm glad, because I love hiking and getting out in the woods and all that, and going up the hills and seeing the vistas, but this is absolutely phenomenal. Beautiful. What a nice day to take a hike. That's right, I told you all out there, take a hike, would you? Well, that's some erosion over there. And we will take this to a covered bridge. I don't know if we're going to go through it. Pretty busy road, but I think we'll be able to see it. If we do, we'll make sure to bring it back in. So this is what stood here. Upper Forge site. Present road did not exist. Well, I saw stone walls over there and I was wondering, okay, what's going on here? And then of course, you know, this abutment right here, or whatever you want to call it, it sticks out before the road up there. Now making our way past this area. Get you a little closer. Well, that's crystal clear. Ish. You definitely see the bottom. I just felt like I had to show this. Man, that's a heck of a hike if you're going to try to get up that. There is our covered bridge that we were talking about. Maybe we'll get a chance to go on. I'm not exactly sure how this works. But there it is. It's not quite like any covered bridge I've seen before, but basically the same. And let's get over here. Wow, that's a beautiful house.
It is.
Hopefully nobody lives here. I feel bad filming their house.
I doubt it.
Uh-huh. Oh, neat little steps. Building up there. Steps that lead up.
Wow. Cool architecture.
Yeah. I concur. There's a picture of the back of the house. It's a big place. Beautiful. Knox Trail. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's not going to stay like this forever. This is definitely neat.
Yeah. Older style. Yeah.
Another home right over there.
Haunted house.
Pretty. Something for you if you want to stop and read about it. Basically, it's talking about how people's houses were kind of taken over. It shows there the history of the house that's ahead there, and the different additions and whatnot that were involved. So we're back on the Joseph Plum Martin Trail, and we are getting back to the point where we went down to see, used the bathroom, and went to see the artillery behind the bathroom there. And directly across from that would have been Mount Misery, Mount Joy, which is right over there. So we've done a whole entire loop, and where we're going to cross up here is backside of the beginning of our hike, where we went from the National Memorial Arch through that field that's out there. And so we are soon getting back to the parking lot. And that's pretty much it. Here in Valley Forge, Paulie Detmer, you got it. We'll see you next time on Lumberjack in the Woods.